Hi, welcome back to the Inexperienced podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's conversation. And if you do, you can check out more conversations on our Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. You could also follow us on Instagram at underscore inexperience underscore, Twitter or X underscore inexperience underscore, TikTok inexperienced.pod, Facebook, Inexperienced Podcast, YouTube, Inexperienced Podcast, and LinkedIn, Inexperienced Podcast. Thank you for joining us for another episode. I look forward to your feedback. If you want to be a guest on a future episode, please reach out on our website at inexperiencedpodcast.com. You could also reach out to us via email at myinexperiencedpodcast@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy this episode. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Inexperienced Podcast. Today I am with Alexis Kennedy, the co-host of Literally and Figuratively podcast, but you probably know her much better from Twitter as It's All Goudreau, or rather X, the everything app. Welcome to the podcast. This is like I'm sitting with a pseudo celebrity.
Thank you for having me, but I'm not a celebrity. I always like to say that. I don't look at myself that way whatsoever. Yeah.
When you're walking around the garden and people know who you are, that's got to be special.
It's a out of body experience, I think I would say it. I mean, like most of the time it's like men trying to be creepy and like hit on
Oh,
me.
of course.
Yeah, so I've had drinks given to me and I have passed them on to other people because I'm just smarter than that. The first time it happened was really weird, but it's cool. It's cool. I never expected my Twitter account to turn into what it is today.
And it's like it's crazy that it could be that, and it's going to keep getting bigger. You will have a great personality, and your personality continues to grow,
hmm
and it shows. I met you once. You don't know that. I have a
Wait,
really good
what?
memory.
When?
I worked there, so I screened you. I can tell you who they played, and I have a rough date. It was the Red Wings, November 23rd or 29th, 2023,
Oh my God. Oh,
roughly.
I know who I was with
Yes,
then.
I know who you were with too. Congratulations, you're good for you. You're out of that.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe I met you. Did you
Yeah,
say,
well, no one knows. No, of course not. No
oh,
one. You were on the security guard, and you were with guests.
fair. I mean, you still could have said hi. I would have said hey.
Mm, it's a weird experience when you work there. You don't want
Yeah.
I don't want people to take advantage. I've been on Tinder dates with people who were like, "So are you gonna be at this concert that day?" And like, never gonna see you again.
No, see, I've definitely met my fair share of people that have worked at MSG that know me for my Twitter account, and I never ask for favors or anything like that. I know better than to do that. I just like I can afford to go to the games. I can afford to go to the things I want to. There's no point of asking for free favors.
There was this one girl who I don't know, during COVID, we got friendly. She was like in my DMs, and it was like really, really
Uh-huh.
casual, no big deal. Invited me to a game. I had COVID. It was my last day in quarantine. Couldn't go. And then we met in person because I worked there. Oh my God, like we didn't know each other. We matched again on Tinder. I ended up texting her. It was like the weirdest engagement I've ever had with an individual. It was
God.
like, "Who are you? I don't know you."
Oh
Like,
my
what?
God. That's
Like,
insane. I can only imagine, like, especially working at MSG, a place where people frequent
mm-mm.
often. I just can't imagine, like, working. I could never work there,
And bumped.
obviously.
Oh, this person is there all the time. Bump into them all the time, and then they'll ask me questions, and then sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, can you help me?" I'll be like, because you do know me. Like, don't play stupid. It's fine. I am very good with the whole like, you don't. We can be friends. I'm cool with that. I don't need. I'm not desperate. It'll find me.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
worried.
I wish I knew you when I lost my camera at my concert, but whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not
It is
there.
what it is.
I'm not there in my current stage
Oh,
of
so it
life.
wouldn't have been helpful.
No, I still have people there. I mean, we did interact. I did try to help you.
I don't remember.
Not
Oh,
as
that's
yes,
right.
yes,
That's
I did.
that's
Yes, I did.
I forgot. That's right. Thanks, even though it was never found. But
No,
thanks.
never found, and it was me, but kind of not really me, which is
Yeah.
like weird because you only know that
Yeah.
version of me, which I'm not gonna go very into. Don't even like that.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Yeah, don't
Yep.
even like that version of music. It's completely not who I was, but it's fun. I love being an asshole on the internet.
All
It
right,
was
fair.
like so my Twitter friends, I still have the same Twitter friends from like 2013.
Yeah.
We watched the Rangers win the cup final. I'm sorry, make the cup finals together. And we've like grown up now. Some of them are married. They have kids. It's like really, really cool. Like same friends. We had one guy who, so 2013, I was 15, 14, 15.
Wow.
And one guy sent us a dick pic. It was like really cool. Like we were children and he sent us a dick pic and it's like a bonding experience. Yeah. He was our
God.
drunk uncle on Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving and he sent us a dick pic.
Oh my God, it's like Omegle for me. Like that's where I saw
Oh,
it first.
see,
Yeah.
yeah, Omegle was fun because like I used to go on there and just want to talk to people because I like
Me
to do
too.
this. I'm a
Yeah.
conversationalist, so I went on there and went in NHL groups.
Mm-hmm.
These girls are like 14 years old, but some
Mm-hmm.
of them know hockey. Like it's like you can
Yeah.
talk to these girls and they're like, no. So I try not to talk to like many 14-year-old girls on Omegle. One girl had Ranger posters and I was like, nice poster. We got talking. Ends up from the same neighborhood as me. Really, really weird. Yeah,
Oh,
really weird.
really
Never
cool.
went on Omegle again.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Really weird. It got really local.
I don't
I
think I've
have
been on
one
Omegle
friend.
since middle school, high school. Yeah, it's been a couple years.
I have one friend from Omegle still that I'm kind of contact with, which
That's
is
crazy. I don't think
I'm
I
really
have
good at
any
keeping
friends.
friends.
Yeah, I don't have any friends from Omegle.
But because I would do this, I would just want to crumble, like just want to talk to people. I just
You're
like talking
also
to people.
you're a man.
And
It's different. It's
it
way
is exactly, but I know that now. I know that through more relationships and more
yeah.
experiences that like you don't really trust a man, especially an older man, to just want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. Oh my god, I used to have political conversations with people. It was great. This one girl, she was a black girl, a couple years younger than me, 2 or 3 years younger than me, and I was a very big Trump supporter. Not as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still right leaning, and it is what it is. But that's like part of this forum because I'm not good on Twitter. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm more nuanced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Just
mean,
how I am.
I think it's fair. Like, listen, I am that type of person that, like, I'm not going to shame you for liking a political opponent that's different from what I believe in. I will think you're an idiot on the inside of my head, but I won't
That's
tell you to
fair.
your
But
face.
I hate
Just,
like confront me, talk to me.
right. It's just like, as a woman, like, I just can't respect people that don't respect me. Like, it's
But
as simple as that. If you come to me and you're
fair
like,
enough.
listen, you're like, I voted for Trump because of financial reasons, that's fine. And then you're like, I hate everything else. I don't believe in putting bans on women bodies and stuff like that. Fine, whatever, I get it. But I just don't get some people and how they're so full blown
Yeah,
Trumper.
some people are very like far. There's people far left and far right.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yep.
But the left is too far left. The right is moving to the center.
Yep.
Populism is the answer. Conservatism is bad. That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of where we lie
Yep. Mm-hmm.
for now.
Yes.
But I know it's a little technical. I know
No, but it's true.
exactly. We just need to have conversations because it's better. It's better. And the point is, back then, things were really hot between people and how they thought. And we were from two very different backgrounds. And we had like a 2-hour conversation, me and this random girl who I believe is now engaged to someone in the military. Like I still see her on like TikTok and stuff. Yeah. Like I also have like a really weird memory. This is why I'm bad on social media.
Oh,
Because like
God.
I remember things, shouldn't remember them. But I do. They occupy my brain. Like simple things, like stupid things, stupid interactions that people won't even remember that we had. Remember
Yeah.
all of them.
You remembered the fact that you asked me before we started recording when I haven't talked about that in like months is crazy. Like it's
Hmm.
really crazy to me. You have a great memory.
My memories, like, I can remember my best friend. I met him September 11th, 2001. I know exactly where I was in the classroom. I could probably tell you where I sat. Oh, and I could tell you where I sat, and I know where we went to breakfast after. I know where we were. My dad worked in the towers and happened to be with us that day. Didn't go to work. very, very, like, I remember that day vividly. So that's probably
Yeah.
my first memory. I remember going to the towers vaguely as a kid.
Yeah. I don't remember at all. I don't
But
think I
my
ever went.
memory is really good. Unfortunately, getting hurt and stuff, I lost that for a
Right.
while,
Yeah.
building it back. But
Mhm.
that's part of this. Like, I have to keep talking to people. It's just how I am, it's how my brain works and how it operates. But for you, your forum is Twitter.
Yeah.
How
Unfortunately.
did that start?
So I've been on social media since social media ever like really came around. Not like MySpace, like think more like Facebook when Facebook was really poppin', like those kind of days. Um, I made a Facebook account and I didn't tell my parents, got in
Nobody
trouble
does.
because I didn't tell my parents. They found out. And then, next thing came and it was Instagram, then it was Snapchat, and then Twitter had been around for a while. And I had a different account when I was younger on
Twitter had
Twitter
two
with
pop-offs. We're the same age, but we're from two different generations of Twitter.
yeah, so the generation of Twitter that I remember was when you could text in your tweets still. So I like still remember those days.
It was meaner. It was
Yeah.
so much meaner.
It depended like where you were. Like I was using Twitter casually at the time. Like I was not what I am now. Like so my Twitter
That's where we're
account
swapped. I had
yeah.
2,000 followers back then, and
Oh my
yeah,
God. Yeah, no, so
yeah.
completely different. I
I was
was
such a troll. Oh my god, I had so much. But I used my government. It didn't matter to me.
you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why'd you do
And then
that?
in the playoffs, I would change it to be a troll. To troll,
Of
I would
course.
become like something that would be towards the other team. So if we
Got
played the Flyers, I was the Broadway bullies instead of Broad Street, and it would be a picture of like the Rangers scoring on the Flyers, and it would just be little troll jobs. I was Scary Carrie when we played the
I
Canadians,
love it.
but these people would follow me because they thought I was Canadian fans of Flyers. Oh, it was so much fun. It
Yeah,
was so
so
much fun.
I even then I wasn't hockey based yet. I was like very much in my like, oh, I love Justin Bieber and all of these people era, and I would just go on there to like see what they were tweeting. And then it got further on in like 2014, I became a fangirl of MagCon. I don't know if you remember that at all the Viners.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
My cousins went to dance things that they were at. I remember MagCon. They showed up at the 18th Avenue Feast. I am 100% certain of that.
And so I was
And the Style Boys?
no, you might be thinking, oh, actually maybe. MagCon was like Cameron Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I
Cameron
must have
Dallas DM'd me on TikTok the other day. He's trying to sell me a class.
oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he was around anymore.
No, he just randomly showed up on TikTok Live, and if you were in it and you interacted, you got DM'd.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, well, so I had a Twitter account for them that was like 2,000 followers. Then I went in like an idiot and changed my birthday and it realized I had my account before I turned however old you had
Mm-hmm.
to be to have Twitter. Got completely deleted. And then I had my own personal Twitter that was just for like friends and like I would tweet like stupid shit in college. Can I curse? Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, of
Okay.
course. Okay.
I would tweet stupid shit in college and then I started dating someone. I was in the hockey industry. I was a hockey manager at my college. My dad played hockey. I was really, really into the Rangers at the time. And I tweeted a picture of me in a Ryan Strome jersey. And it didn't go viral, but it got like a good amount of likes and follows. And then I was like, oh, I should like run with this. And I did, and then someone helped me come up with the It's All Good Road name. I completely am blanking on who it
Mm-hmm.
was, and I don't have my phone near me, but shout out to that person. It was not me who came
Well,
up with it.
good for you to give credit, even if it's vague.
Of course. No, 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 it's completely true. They totally came up with it for me. And then it spiraled into like what it is now. And I remember when I first started, I had like between my personal account, it was like 960 followers, and then it just like it blew up over the past couple of years. So, yeah.
And it's fun to watch it keep growing, especially now that he's not on the team, and to see
I
that people
know.
keep. Your opinion now has become more Ranger based, so it's more fun to following you is easier. You changed your group of friends in the last couple of years, which at least on
Yeah.
Twitter, which
Yeah.
very good for you. That's a very good PR move because you were insufferable when you were around those people.
Yeah,
Could not stand following you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, but like
I
this
was
is to
the
credit to
weird
you.
I was in a weird place. I was not me. Like
which is fair.
I
And
am
that's the point of this
currently
show.
right. Yeah. I am currently me. I am the real me currently. Whoever I was in
It feels great to
before
get there, right? And
yeah,
like,
100%. Before July of 2023, I was not me. Once I left a relationship, I left a lot of friendships, I moved on with my life, I got a new job, I did new things. Like, I feel like me more than I ever have before.
and I definitely could, I could say the same about myself, especially with everything that's been
Yeah.
going on in the evolution of my life since I've been gotten hurt, and
Yeah.
I've shed friends. My friends from high school are not around anymore. I have two friends. My friend from when we were children, September 11th, my friend Andre, and my friend
Yep.
Anthony, who I do know from high school. We lived around the block from each other for 16 years. Our grandparents knew each other, and we
Oh,
met on freshman year of high school, day one.
oh, I love it. I
Yes, it
love
was
this.
most Brooklyn thing it could be.
Of course. Yeah, I was
I,
gonna ask where you were from. I didn't know,
yeah,
but Brooklyn.
I'm
Got
a
it.
Brooklyn
Okay,
boy. I'm a
got
Brooklyn boy through and through. I'm in Long Island now, and for 2 years, I would go from Long Island to Brooklyn for high school. I would
Oh
wake up
my
4:30
God.
every morning. Yeah, when I'm committed to something, I'm committed to it. It's just who I am. I'm like driven. I have a very one-track mind. I'm not made for the generation that I'm in. It's just the way I am.
Fair, very fair. Yeah, no, I definitely have new friends now from Twitter that I love beyond belief. I mean, my co-host on my podcast, Sophie, met her
Hmm.
on Twitter. She is my everything and more. My boyfriend's gonna kill me for saying that, but it's beyond true. She is my everything and more. And I would die without her at this point. But I do have I have my friends from kindergarten, I have my friends from seventh grade, and then that's kind of it. Like high school, college, not really.
High school was weird for me. High
Me
school
too.
was weird because I was popular. I was
You
popular for the
were?
first like two and a half years. Yeah, I went to a small all boys Catholic school.
Oh, that's why you were popular. Okay, it was a boy.
Yeah, I was trying to be funny the whole time, and maybe I was, maybe I wasn't, but I had
Mm-hmm.
a lot of friends, and
Good for
I
you.
really, really enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
then I ended up having some life circumstances got in the way. I talked about that a little last week. Um, and for my own benefit, I was moved to a high school closer to home, and I was miserable.
Yeah.
Like school shooter, no friends, head down.
When
I'm a
did you when did you transfer schools? What year?
I had 2 months left of my junior year.
Oh my God, because I transferred the beginning of my junior year. That's why I was wondering.
Okay, so it's the same thing. It's the
Yeah,
same feeling.
it's tough. It's
Uh-huh.
tough.
They
It's
tried to
real.
put me at a breakfast with people to meet, and I was like, okay, cool, like that'll be fun. But they were all transfer kids who knew no one else but each other, and I
Oh,
was like, oh no, come on, stop.
no, you need to have like an inner person that's been there for like some time.
Exactly. You need like the kid on the football team that needs the credits, that needs to be there. Yes, because can commiserate with that. I could talk to that person, and I know like one of the kids I was friendly with was on
Yeah.
the wrestling team. He was really popular, and we were going to be roommates in college. We were going to
Mm.
go to a school up in Cortland, not Cortland. It was called TC3. It was a community college with
Mhm.
dorms, and people could not believe that the two of us were friends.
Really?
They could not believe that. Yeah, people found out like at the end of the school year, and it became like a running thing that like, how did this happen?
People are
Yeah.
so weird. Like, why do you even care?
It was a teacher that even brought it up, and that's who started we found out, and that was it.
That's
Yeah, we did a project
interesting.
together. We did a cookie baking project together, me and
How
him.
fun.
Oh, it was
Fun.
great. I did the baking, and I think I paid for everything, but we did the project together.
I mean, that's usually how it goes. There's usually one person that does all the heavy lifting, and then the other person just kind of
But
like
I
is
don't
there.
think I touched a computer. I think he did the presentation, so I will give him
Okay, so
credit.
you got to do the fun part. You got to
Yeah,
do the big.
exactly.
Yeah,
Hmm.
fair.
And I was worried people were going to get salmonella. One of them was real gooey.
I mean, that's okay. You take
But
the risk every time you
I
eat raw
think
cookie dough. Come on.
it's
Come on.
statute of limitations. It's like 9 years now. And
No. And who cares? Like, if you're getting salmonella from eating a raw cookie, like, that's a great way to go
oh,
out. I'm sorry. Like, at
well,
least it
actually, I
tastes
bet I
good.
think 10 years now. I think I was in that high school 10 years around this time
Yeah,
because
'cause 2015.
Blurry Face is 10 years old. That's how I know.
Oh my God. Well,
That's when I
yeah.
went.
When
21 Pilots.
are we at the same age?
Yeah, 98,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mm
2015 was junior year. Yeah.
hmm. Mm
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
10 year. Holy.
Rough year. So then I ended up going to watch the Rangers lose the Eastern Conference Finals in Staten Island that year. And then we had after prom for my old school. Oh, that was so much fun. Me and my friends were walking around Staten Island until 4 a.m. We saw some women trying to make some honest money for the first time in our lives.
For them.
Walked past them, and then we got picked up by the person that who threw the party, ended up back at his house. It was a great evening. Not my after prom, not my junior prom.
What a good vibe.
My prom, however, I took a girl from Twitter. I
Did you?
didn't want to, yes, I did. I didn't want to go at all. And then I ended up taking a girl from Twitter who I just only knew from Twitter at the time. We don't talk anymore.
How was that? Like, did you meet her before you guys went to prom?
No, but we were friendly. Like, we were texting all the time. We had a lot of common interests. Never met before.
Oh
Uh,
my
she was
God.
taller than me. That was a little awkward. It was probably
Okay.
not the best idea. It definitely ruined the friendship that we had.
I was taller than my prom date. That's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it. Not insecure about it, but it's a shock when you get there and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're
Was she
taller than me.
heels? Did she wear heels?
She did, and then she took them off and was still taller than me. Yeah. Which is not like it's not a problem. It's just like a shock of like, oh, you're
Yeah.
taller than me. Okay.
Well, I get like having to ask someone from outside of school because obviously you transferred. So
Hmm.
I asked, so I was seeing someone and then we broke up. We weren't even dating, but like we were seeing each other and then and then I took his best friend to prom just to piss him off. And
Good for
I
you.
had a miserable prom. Like it was not fun for me. And all I wanted to do was leave and go to my after prom, and then my after prom was like all my real friends, not from my school. I invited like all my hometown friends and we all went somewhere together, and my prom date didn't even come. I was like, "Don't
We
come."
we are for my brother. We had the after prom for
Yeah.
his friends.
So fun.
Oh, so much fun.
So
We're the
fun.
house where they felt safe to come, and because we weren't
Yeah.
leaving. Everyone slept here, and we had a good time.
Yep.
And it was like that forever. And oh man, we had so much fun. We had so
Yeah,
much
I
fun.
went
I was definitely a bad influence, but we had such a great time.
there always has to be that one person that's the bad influence in the
But it
group. Like
wasn't
it
bad.
just feels
I had a fake ID when I was 14. These
Oh
kids
my
had their
God.
first beers when they were 18.
Oh my God. I never had a fake ID, so I don't know how that rolls. I never
Because
had.
I think it's easier for girls to just get in.
I also never tried. I wasn't a
Mhm.
big drinker when I was younger. Like I didn't like it. I didn't think it tasted good, which I'm sure no one
Fair.
thinks that, but like it just didn't appeal to me.
Well,
And my mom would like let me drink a beer here and there if I wanted one. Like I was allowed to drink wine, and I never picked up on drinking until really I turned 21. Like
once I got my license, my fake ID was used to just get into the bars because I became the driver at it.
good for you.
We weren't old enough to get Ubers, and it was
Good
like
for
not the
you.
game. But
I'm
I
proud
liked
of
it.
you for being the
Thank
DJ.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
of
And I was
course.
responsible. I didn't trust anyone else to be the DD. Every time
No,
someone else was, they were 18 and having a beer.
yep,
Why would you do that? Listen,
yep.
you're 23 years old. You have 2 beers and you eat. I'll get in a
Fine,
car with you.
fine. Yep,
You're an
fine.
18-year-old who said, I'm going to have one.
Yep.
No, I'd
Nope.
rather be the driver. But it was a clown car.
It
We had a
was.
Sonda. I had a Honda. I always have the clown car. Honda Civic.
Yep. I was gonna
Um,
guess you were a Honda Civic driver.
yeah, I had a
You
Honda
have to look.
Civic, blue, and we could put, I think, so I say that we had 9, and someone said there was 11 in my Honda Civic.
There's no way you had 11.
I don't think I had 11. I put 13 in my Honda Passport, and I thought that was a lot. I think we had 7 or 9. I
Oh my,
don't think we had 11 people. But
that's
yeah, I also put 7 people in my Mustang.
oh my God. No, you're crazy. You're
I
crazy.
get everybody home safe, and I did every single time.
Well, that's all that matters,
One
and as long
trip.
as you get pulled over.
Exactly. Well, I had cops next to me. I just do some. We had a Halloween party. It was 2015. The Mets were playing in the World Series. They think they lost that night. It
I
was in a
hate them.
warehouse. It was in an abandoned warehouse.
That's fun.
Yeah, really fun. Except my car had my name on it. My car has my name on it. My license plate is my name with a Rangers logo.
Of course it is.
I'm a guinea. So I am like you can see my car from a mile away and you know it's me. Um so whatever. Someone took my mirror off my car. Someone at the party took my mirror off, and I'm driving home with 5 people in a Honda Civic, including myself. So there's 6 of us,
Yep.
and they're gone. These kids. I'm the DD. I didn't have a drink, and
Right.
they're gone out of their
Fun.
minds. One kid tries to get out when a cop's next to us, and he just goes, "Get home safe, kids."
Well, I think because at that point, like, they can tell you're not drunk. They know everyone else is
Hmm.
drunk. Why are they going to do the paperwork? Let the kids be underage drunk as long as they're getting home safe. Who really cares?
Exactly.
Like,
If there's a couple extra kids in the car, at least they're getting home.
who cares? As long as they're not drinking and driving, like, who really cares? Simple as
And I
that.
never did anything like drugs. Like I really didn't like weed. Cannabis is new to me.
Can't relate.
Um, it's not. I don't have my grinder. Oh, I wanted to show it off. My grinder's a little cookie tin, like the Nunna cookie tin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder if
Oh
I
my god. It's like I don't really love it. It's not something I love to do,
can't
but
relate.
I'm just using it as medicine right now. It's strictly
Fair.
medicine, and I've used it too much to not
Yeah,
enjoy
we
it.
talked about
There's
this.
benefits.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did all of this. It's just not my face that you saw behind it.
Yeah, no, I'm probably one of the biggest potheads on the planet. It's very unfortunate for me, but I very much love weed.
But people can function.
I can function. Listen, I'm that person. I will not drive high. I will not do anything stupid high. I can function. I know not to drive a car. I'm not stupid. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put others in danger. I don't want to put myself in danger. And I can like fully sit and have a conversation while I'm high. Like I do it with my friends all the time. Sophie doesn't smoke, and she'll sit there while I'm high as a kite, and we'll talk and like shoot the
That's
shit.
great because she'll drive and
Yeah,
get snacks.
exactly.
So she's perfect. You need one in the room that doesn't,
Yep.
and she probably keeps the vibe up, so she's fine.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't.
no,
Depends on the day. It depends on the day.
that's
Sophie's
fine.
great at keeping the vibe up and she keeps me very happy when I'm sad. But like there's some days where she's tired and that's fair. And like then I get tired and then we'll just chill.
Well,
Like
your podcast shows that. It shows your
yeah.
personalities. The last episode was that I listened to. You guys are just bickering a little bit about what time you guys started. It shows your friendship. It's very much on the surface
Yeah.
of the podcast. That's basically what it's built
And
on.
it's coming back. It's just I have been nonstop traveling, so I have had a very tough time making a schedule for the podcast, but I'm done traveling after I come home next week. So we will be back. We will be
And
back.
it's exciting though when you have a podcast. Like so I had a Yankee podcast, but it's hard. It's hard to find time to fill
Yeah.
especially when you have a job. Right now I'm lucky because I don't do anything. This is
Yeah.
it. I do this once a week. I have one drink a week. And this is kind of my
I love it.
almost therapy. It's part of my therapeutic journey.
I love it.
But you stick with it. It's worth it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the plan. It was just like, I was in Colorado and then I was in Italy and now I'm in
How was that?
Boston.
How's Colorado? If you like weed, how was Colorado?
I didn't get to indulge because I was with work and like
Oh,
I don't cross that at
that's
all.
fair.
I'm very responsible when it comes to weed. I am. Listen, I can sit at home and do my business stuff and be high, but I can't be around like my work partners and be high. They'll immediately know and I will feel immediately uncomfortable and it
That's
won't
fair. And that's
fresh.
where you're a
Yeah.
decent person because you know how to.
I know how to handle it. Yeah.
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 There's a balance. There's a balance with everything. It's just like drinking. People will go to work dinners and think that, oh, there's drinks there, so it's okay to get
Oh,
absolutely
trust me.
plastered.
I know.
I worked at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's at a manager's meeting. If there was drinks involved, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, and I was a kid. I mean, I was a kid at McDonald's. I was 17
Right.
years old, and they were giving me drinks at whatever when I was 20 at
Good
these
for you.
meetings, and these people were
Of course they were.
gone because free alcohol, and it's like, ooh, you're at work. You're being
Yeah,
paid to be here. Stop.
I don't think I've ever gotten drunk at a work. No, I have, but that's because I had a DD and it was open bar. So like they were kind of setting us up for that. Like,
Different. Christmas party is different. The luncheon where they're giving awards, have a
Yeah.
drink or two.
Yeah, this was a Christmas party. I was shit faced. I threw up on the side of the road on the way home.
Yeah,
Like,
there's one or two.
Yeah, but I held my composure well, and like my boss wasn't there. It was just me and my coworkers. Like it was fine. I'm sure they heard about it, but nothing
You
ever
have to
happened.
go to Colorado leisurely because it
Yeah.
really is fun.
Yeah, at some point I'll make my way back over there.
It's also
just
dangerous in Denver.
Yeah.
Denver's weird.
Denver's very scary.
We were there. Unfortunately, there was a mob. The Eras Tour was there, and those people are
Oh.
very, very, yeah. Those
I'm not a Taylor
not a
Swift.
Swiftie. Okay, so I liked her. I still like Taylor Swift, and I went to Reputations. Awesome, but I did it. I never have to go again.
I do not like her. I will never spend money on her. I could care less about her or Travis Kelce. Like, I am one of
That's
those
fair.
people when I see her on NFL, I'm like, get her off my screen. Like,
I'm
let's keep it
tired of her now, but good music is good music. I'm a defender of good music.
has been
She doesn't anymore. She used to. She used to. Her music now is rough.
I
It's because
just
it's
yeah.
all it's fabricated.
I just think it's like you're crying over men. Like that's all women ever
Hmm.
do is cry over men. Pick a different thing to do. I'm sorry. Like it's
Yeah,
just
like I
pick
don't
something.
like Adele. The song "Hello," I've never listened to it. I've avoided it for 10 years.
I like Adele's new stuff. Like her new album that came out, I thought was very good.
I'm sure it is. I avoid her. I don't know what it is. I've been avoiding her since I'm 17. Like, it
Fair.
comes on, I leave the room. I don't know why. She's never said anything I don't agree with. I avoid her.
Everyone has that one person, and that's okay that it's Adele. That's
Um,
fine.
mm, yes, for music it's Adele, but for sports it's Brett Gardner. I hate him with a burning passion.
Why?
I hate Brett Gardner with a burning passion. Oh my
Why?
god.
Wait,
I
are
don't.
you a Met or a Yankee fan? I don't
Oh
even
my.
know.
So I'm a Yankees fan.
Okay.
And I work for the Mets, and I love City Field. I can say that. But I really have a disdain for the Mets. I do not like
I
them.
hate the Mets. I hate the Mets.
I can go stat for stat with you with about the Mets probably like I'm a Yankee like I'm a Mets fan because I dislike them that much.
I don't even pay attention to them that much to know their stats, to be
It's
completely
because I'm
honest.
there. When I was
Well,
there, it was
yeah.
more, and I was more into it. And I was like, oh come on, but now it's like I'm not there, and they just are
I would
annoying. And big
my
weekend this weekend.
My biggest bit right now on Twitter that I've been doing is obviously Clay Holmes was one of my favorites on the Yankees and he went to the Mets. And so everyone will like tag me in Clay Holmes stuff and I'll just respond. I'll be like, I can't see what that is. What is it? And it just like people get frustrated because they want me to have a reaction. I don't even want to give him the time of day. I don't even want to give him the time of day. He can
Well, I
fuck
don't
off.
think he's pitching this weekend, which is I think
Good.
good for the Yankees, but he hasn't really pitched against any good teams yet.
Yeah, I could care less about him now. Like, bye, you went to the Mets.
Good
Same
for
with Juan
you.
Soto. Peace out.
I wanted to go this weekend so bad. So I'm the type of person who I have 203 tattooed on my leg
Okay.
because
Yep.
I sit in the bleachers, I
Mm-hmm.
heckle players.
Of
It's my
course.
favorite thing to do.
Yep.
When me and my friends were 20, yeah, 2018, they played the Astros and we sat in the bleachers and we found out George Springer's mother's name and the
And so you
whole
called
game,
it.
the whole
Yep.
game. And he, a couple years later, talked about like coming back in the playoffs and what it's like to stand out there. And he said, one year we were there for a regular season game and they were yelling my mom's name at me. It was the greatest day of my life. I was like, oh my God, they're talking about me. I was talking about it on Twitter. Fantastic.
I love it. I love it.
Fantastic. Then we did the same thing to Ryan Mountcastle, but that was worse because there was no one in the stadium. It was 2021, and there was like 18
Oh, where
people
was
there,
it?
and he heard
Yeah.
us. Oh, he heard us. It was bad. We found out everything. His sister's dog's name. His,
My God.
yeah,
I love
real
it though.
bad.
I love it. Like I hate that people when they say like that they don't like the bleacher creatures. Like I'm like, sorry, yes you do. Like you're just pissed you don't have it for your fan base. Like I roll call is cool. I don't care what
No,
you
we're
say.
rowdy.
Like, yeah, like God forbid we try and make I'm sorry for the baseball people out there, but God forbid we try and make a boring sport exciting. Like
Yeah,
God
baseball
forbid.
is boring. It's like
It's so boring.
I still like professional wrestling. Not like a child. Like I don't watch it every week, but I still
Yes.
keep up with it as an adult now because I have
And
priorities.
you know it's fake, right?
And
Like you're you can
they
admit that it's
still do the moves. They're still getting hit. It's it's scripted. It's not fake. There's a difference. John Cena's
Mhm.
really a bad guy.
It's
But he's a bad guy now. It's so much fun. How do you not know
oh,
this? Yeah, it's like the biggest thing the last three
I don't
months.
follow any of that
But it's
whatsoever.
pop culture. Oh yeah, John Cena's a bad guy, and it's fun. It's really
Okay.
fun. Like he's a real piece of shit.
I love it.
It's
I
fun,
love it.
but like the same atmosphere where like it's made in the crowd. The
Yep.
crowd makes as a baseball game, and the crowd makes part, and you can't be around people who are just.
Yeah, you
You need
can.
to have fun.
You can. And I will give it to City Field. I've been,
Better stadium.
unfortunately. Yes. 100% better food, better stadium, better prices.
Yeah,
Um,
we pay the Yankee tax.
Yes, of course. But I also think their crowd is good. Like I have never felt bored at a Mets game, and I've been to probably two or three now over a couple years, and yeah, I don't think
No,
they're as good as us, but
because Yankee fans are angsty and they're just waiting for winning.
yep, yep,
Met fans know how they've lost so often that they know how to have fun at a baseball game. We
yep,
don't. It's business. We have never been alive for a losing season.
yep. That's so true. It's so
So it's one of those things where like I go to a Yankee game and it's like not fun until it's over.
yep,
They need to
yep.
win. It's a business.
Hmm.
It really is. And I have fallen out of love with sports a little bit in the last 2 years. It's just like I don't go anymore. I used to go to everything.
Yeah,
Yankees and Mets aren't home at the same time, so I'd go to Yankee games when I wasn't working.
right.
I'd be at Ranger games because I was working. I have Ranger season tickets. I haven't even never sat in my seats because I can't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I barely went this year.
I sell them all.
I only went to see, oh, I'll tell you this story. This is a great story. So, Barclay's return back to MSG.
Had to be
That,
there.
of course, there was the one game I knew I was going to this year. I emailed my season ticket guy. I said, "Listen, don't even offer it to anyone else. I want it. Keep it for me. I will pay you immediately when the schedule comes out." So, this was this was a Thursday, and that Friday, right after it, I was supposed to get married when I was engaged. That was literally my wedding day. And so Sophie and I kept saying the whole night, "Oh, it's the rehearsal dinner. Oh, it's the rehearsal dinner. Like whatever, like Barclay's here." And then go to the game. We're like drinking, whatever. Everyone sitting around me knew who I was. The people sitting in front of me, the people sitting behind me, the people sitting next to me, and then obviously Sophie was on my other side, so she knew me. I literally felt so uncomfortable. Like I felt like I couldn't be my true self because I had people watching me the whole time. Like and they knew who I was. And it was
Mm-hmm.
very weird. And it was the first game Sophie ever went with me to, and she was just like, "What the hell is going on?" And I was like, "I don't know. This has never happened." Like,
When Harry Styles came to the Garden, he was there for
oh,
15 nights in a
I was there
month.
one night. Yep.
I was there for 14 of them. Awesome every single night.
Yep.
Every night was awesome. I remember where I was when I listened to that album. I was
Yep.
in the airport in Raleigh, coming home from game 2
Good for
versus
you.
the Hurricanes. Me and my brother did a round trip.
I was
We
in Mexico, so
Good
good
for
for you.
you. We didn't, we didn't get a hotel room. We flew down to Raleigh in the afternoon, went to Waffle House after, and went right back to the airport.
Waffle House is a great stop.
Wish we
Great
had it.
stop. Me
Wish we had
too.
it.
Me
Like we
too.
have diners, which are great, but we need a
Yes.
Waffle House
We need a
too.
Waffle House.
We
We
need a
need a
Waffle
Waffle
House.
House.
And I listened to that album for the first time sleeping there, and it was just every time grapefruit juice came on, kept waking me up. That's the one that kept getting me while we slept in the airport waiting for it to open. Did you know airports close?
They do. Well,
They
yes, yes. My friend Emily from Twitter, who I'm very close with and I love her dearly, she just flew to Buffalo and her flight got delayed until the next morning. But it didn't make it made no sense for her to leave and find a hotel, so she stayed in the airport. She wanted to get a drink. All the bars were closed because the airport was
oh,
closed.
that's fine. We couldn't get through security. The airport was closed.
Couldn't?
No, we had to wait outside of security, and we had to sleep there till 3:30 in the morning when it opened.
What hours is it closed till?
No idea. Midnight to 3:30, maybe.
There's no way in an international terminal that it's like that.
It's North Carolina. I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
true. It's Raleigh.
Yeah. Not many people are going international. They think international is like New York.
No offense to anyone that lives in Raleigh. My coworker
No.
lives in
Well, I
Raleigh.
mean, they're making poor choices. They're Hurricane fans.
Very true. Very,
So
very true. Speaking of which, I really hope the Caps win tonight.
I hope so too, but I
I
don't want
know
to
it's
see
not
Ovi
looking
win
like
again.
it's not look. I would like to see Ovi win again. I would.
It
I
hurts
think
that Hank never got one. I hate every time someone else wins again.
I know, but there's no one to blame but that team. Like it's
No,
as
but he
simple as,
would have got one with the Capitals, and I think that hurts too.
oh, that's so true.
He
I
would
didn't
have,
even
if they
think
was on
about
that team, they would have
why
won.
did you put that thought in my head?
He would have got one.
Oh my
They
god.
that team was good enough. They just didn't have a goalie.
No, fuck that. No, nope. If I saw him win a cup as a Capital, I would have lost my goddamn mind.
I
Are
have
you
a
kidding?
Hank Caps jersey.
Oh, of course you
I
did.
had to have it. I have a really good
God.
jersey collection. I have like 100+ jerseys. I've been getting them from China for 15 years,
Oh my
mostly.
god.
Some of them are real. Now that I've worked at the Garden, I had a discount, so I would get one
Yeah.
real one a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I have like 100 plus jerseys, all sports. Some of them are just wild and absurd. Like, who has
What's
that?
your what's your favorite one out of all the ones you have?
Oh man, that's a really tough one. One of my favorite Rangers jerseys is Dominic Moore.
Okay.
I met him, signed it. I have a
Cool.
St. Louis, met him, signed it. I used to
Cool.
coming home from Long Island to go to Brooklyn. I would wait for after practice and meet
Mm-hmm.
them. And when I met Marty St. Louis, it was November 1st, uh, 2015. We just lost the cup. He was the second year here.
Okay.
So that's the only November
Yep.
he spent here. 2014 rather. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was the Lone Ranger for Halloween that year, so
I
my
love it.
jersey reeked. It
Uh-huh.
had it had shaving cream. It smelled like booze. It had eggs on it. Disgusting, gross. But you meet Marty St. Louis, you have his jersey, you still have
You
him
have
sign it. And it was
yep.
All Saints Day, so how do I not have Marty St. Louis sign my
Well,
jersey? And he grabs it and he goes, "Hey, why does my sweater smell like shaving cream and beer?" I said, "It's Halloween, Marty." And he didn't. I don't think he. He probably doesn't understand what that meant.
they had no clue.
I
Yeah.
met him, and then I also met John Moore. And John Moore asked me if I wanted him to sign anything, and I was like, "Oh." And I had my brother's shirt. I was like, "Yeah, you sign this." John Moore. I had to make him feel good about himself. Poor guy. Remember John Moore?
Yeah, that actually happened to me with Mika and Elias Anderson. They were walking out of the garden, and I was with my ex at the time, and we were with Dancing Larry, of all
He
people.
is
Like we
such a
were
good guy. I love Larry.
we were just talking with him, like just very basic. And this was before It's All Good Where was a thing. Like this was pre this. And Mika walks out, and I'm standing there. I'm like, oh my God, it's Mika. Like this is when he was like in his prime and really good. And like I didn't know what to say. And so my ex is like talking to him, and then he's like, oh, you want a picture? And we were like, oh yeah, sure. So we took our picture, and then Liza Anderson just kind of like kept walking. Like we didn't ask him for anything whatsoever. So it was a interesting situation because they used to be roommates.
Yeah, Elias Anderson was a trip.
He was a trip. He was a piece of
I
work.
Yeah, there's a couple of players who like I don't like Chris Kreider. Not from ever when I was working there, great guy. Great
Yeah,
guy. When I was a fan and I was a teenage kid, he was a real ass. He
yeah.
would not look at us, he would not talk to us, he would head down, wave and go in every single time. This
I I feel like he's changed though because
he
he does a
has.
lot more of meet and greets now. So I feel like he's more accustomed to that
It was
lifestyle.
that last bad year that changed him. Then he got paid after COVID and he became a
Right.
little bit lighter. After that
Yeah.
2022 year, everyone became a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Um, but this one time I'll never forget, he actually stopped because he was with his brother and he introduces his brother to us. Like he
Mhm.
does this all the time. He's like, these
Yeah.
guys were here all the time. And he knew like one of the girls, her name was Amy. He goes, hey, this is Amy. Like he does it all the time. I was like, oh my God. You're a Rick Nash person. I don't have a bad story about him. He would like the
I
type of
love.
person I hate Rick Nash as a player.
Yeah,
A
I
Rod on
can't.
ice.
I can't discuss meeting him because I have never met him. It is my fucking dream to meet that man. Like
He
I would do anything to meet that man.
I didn't meet him personally because I was on the outside, but he is the type of person that gets out of his car and shakes all the security guards' hands. Hi guys, thanks for what you're doing. Yeah, really nice guy.
I can't. I want to meet him so bad. I like that was like my first hockey crush was Rick Nash. Like
Rick
it
Nash.
was
I don't think I had a hockey crush. The closest would maybe Yager. Yager and then
oh,
Zook.
that's a good pick too.
Yager was my guy. I was there when he broke the record. Oh man, I love Yager.
I just like Rick Nash is just something else to me. He's just like a national treasure to me.
I just
I have two of his
didn't do
jerseys.
anything.
One is signed.
I have a
Um,
Rick Nash jersey.
how can you not have a Rick Nash jersey? I
I
mean,
was
like,
excited, but like, oh man, we traded Brandon Dubinsky.
I know, I know, I know.
It
I
still
still
hurts,
love
and
my
he
Rick
didn't bring
Nash.
anything. That's the problem. You didn't bring a cup, and if you came here and you didn't bring a cup, I hate you a little bit.
So you hate Barclay Goodrow? Crazy statement.
No, I don't think. I think I'm indifferent on Barclay Goodrow.
That's fair, and it's very fair that everyone is. And I think that number one, I picked him. I've known of him since he was on Tampa. Let me start there. The first time I saw him play hockey was right before COVID happened. It was Brady Shea's last game at the Garden. I was there right before we shut everything down. We were playing Tampa, or were we playing the Sharks? I think we were playing the Sharks. He wasn't on Tampa yet. And I saw him there, didn't really think much about him. Then I watched the Cup run because of McDonough, of course, and I wanted to see him win and all of that. And that's when I noticed Barclay, and then from there. Then he came to the Rangers. I was like, oh my God, I love him. And then at the time, I really loved Ryan Strome, and then I was over him, and it became a Goodrow thing, and then I
Ryan
was like,
Strome's heartbreaker.
I know. And then I just like knew no one else really like claimed Barclay on Twitter. Like there was a Strome girl,
Mm-hmm.
there's the Trouba girl, there's everyone. And I was like, all right, let me go with Goodrow here.
Trouba, I don't think she likes me, the
Stop.
Trouba girl. I know she doesn't.
That's that's my little
I know
sister.
she doesn't. And hey, that's
That's
fair. I'm sure she's a sweet girl. I don't like Jacob Trouba. Not as a person, I'm sure. Probably not a great guy. What he did to the Rangers this year, he ruined our season. He
he
ruined
did.
our season, and I
He
will
did.
die on that hill. He ruined our season. He
And
handcuffed us.
that's the thing about Ava, I'll say, because she won't mind that I'm talking about her. She understands that Jacob Trouba is not not great. She fully knows, but what I don't agree with and what she doesn't agree with is when you're attacking someone based on their favorite player. Like I'm sorry. Like
I
I don't get it.
maybe I could have. I'm not even gonna say I'm innocent,
No,
but
I'm
I
not
think
saying
most of the time I'm going in like he ruined the season. Like, I'll just keep bickering. I'm
that's
annoying.
fine.
That's why I
And
get
listen,
blocked.
I tweet stuff about him too, and she sees it all the time, and like that's just a part
So
of it.
it's
And
Twitter.
same thing with me. Like I see people talk about Goodrow, I'll yell at them. I'll be like, "Excuse me,"
I
but
think
like
the
I don't
rules
really
of
care.
Twitter are it's all fair on the timeline and
Yep.
the DMs are real.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
get a DM that's a real person, and I'm like, oh, I kind of feel bad now, or I'll lay off a
Yeah.
little bit.
And it's just about like being respectful. Like don't bring anyone's hmm, don't bring anyone's personal business that you shouldn't be airing out on the
Yeah,
internet.
I don't really like when people like send a picture of you, like or whoever,
Oh
or
my
be
God,
like,
yeah.
oh, look at this. Ooh.
Happened to me. It's
Of
happened
course
to
it does, and
me.
that's like a little bit. I guess what I want. We could talk about that. That's a good.
Yeah, we can.
Being on Twitter as a woman who's into sports with strong opinions is not easy.
No.
A lot of hate, a lot
Yeah.
of people coming at you, I am sure, and that is mentally draining for
Yeah.
sure.
I would say it's tough. I've been very lucky. I really have been. I haven't experienced much hate as a lot of the other people online do. I think why I didn't is because I could accept that my favorite player wasn't good. Like I could fully be like Barclay Goodrow is absolute dog shit and I mean it. Like and that's just what it is. And I remember he got bumped up to like the second line or like the first line. I was like, can we put him back on the fourth line because he doesn't belong there? Like I think that's the difference between me and a lot of people is I can be real about my favorite player and I can be completely honest about it. But I would say the time that I probably mostly got hate was like early on when I was friends with all those insufferable people.
hmm And good for you because it really is true that like your personality is so much better now and it comes out a little bit more when you're not afraid to speak your mind and say how you
Yeah.
feel about things. That's when you're,
Hmm.
and I feel that now in my own life. Like I'm not afraid. I'm not talking to the people that I would think about or consider when I would put my opinion out there. This I was thinking about doing this since November, and it really took to know I was done with those people to be like, all right, it's time to go
Yeah.
do this because their opinions don't matter of me to me
Yeah.
anymore.
And like, listen, I will say there are people that still talk about me on Twitter, but I'm now 26, almost 27 years old. I do not care anymore. Like it's Twitter. It's social media. Say whatever you
Mhm.
want about me. I don't care. I will never respond to it because I did my drama. I did my drama when I was younger. I'm done.
And
I have no more.
there's good things to come from it too. I mean, you have I'm friends now. You have a podcast with someone that you know from Twitter,
Yep.
and you put together all of these like events for watch
Fun, yeah.
parties or other events where you get people together, which is very fun and it's
Yeah.
community building. And
Yeah.
you also found like a relationship through Twitter, which is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, the watch parties were a really, really cool experience, especially just like every time I'm not sure how well you followed me and my what went on in my watch parties, but every time I had a watch party, Barclay scored a goal, and it was to the point that people were betting when I would have a watch party that Barclay could
Yeah,
score.
I mean, we caught on because we are betters, And every time you had a watch party, we would, I'm gonna be honest, get upset that he scored. We would be like, damn it, they're good, they're having a good time. I couldn't go. I was miserable last playoffs. I was literally so sick from all the medications I had been on that it was just an unbearable playoff experience. But I remember when you had those parties, I was like, I can't go. I'm a bad
Yeah.
person. I hope they're not having fun. And they
The
lost a
first
lot of
one
the games.
The first one was, I think it was Caps for it was the first round.
Mm-hmm.
I hosted it with someone else. That's when I stole the Barclay Goodrow cutout was that night because he scored a goal and I walked up to the owner. I go, he's never gonna do that again, so I'm taking the cutout, and he let me. And then we had my second watch party that I think that was versus who did we play in the second round? Was it
Carolina,
Carolina?
yeah.
Yeah, Carolina. Um, he
I
scored
think I
again.
have a Barclay Goodrow towel from the first round. I think I still have that
Oh, I'm
in
so
my
jealous.
closet somewhere. No, I think
He
I offered it to you and you just never happened. Nothing ever happened with that.
I
I'm so
probably I'm
I'm
very weird about
which is
accepting
fair.
things from people.
Which is
Yeah.
fair. And
Like,
I'm very what I was just gonna say is I'm very weird with the fact that like I don't think the internet matters. If you're like if you want to be nice to someone,
right.
just be nice. And I don't
Yeah.
know that we're that that's
Yeah.
my problem. I think that everyone can have a casual friendship and it's not really
Yeah.
how the internet
Um,
works.
but yeah, so the second watch party, I came in on track 21 that night, like on the train, and I was like, lock in, like he's gonna score tonight. Scored, and then he did the overtime game-winning goal during one of my watch parties, and I think that was probably one of my favorite moments ever of being a Ranger fan and being in that like I just I couldn't believe it.
When your guy shows up, it's like a good moment. I
Yeah, like it was cool. Like I didn't expect him to do. I wasn't even watching the game. Like I'll tell you straight up what I was doing. I was with Spelunky from Twitter, from Devil's Twitter. We were sitting down at a table across from each other. The room was absolutely spinning for me. Like I was not home. I was so drunk. I have no clue what was going on. And then all of a sudden, everyone starts screaming, and I'm like, I stand up and I'm like looking at the TV. Still don't process it was Goodrow. Ava, Trouba girl,
Mhm.
runs over to me. She's like, "It was good." I was like, "Shut the." I have a whole video of the thing of me realizing it was him. And then 5 seconds later, the owner of American Whiskey grabbed me, put me on the bar, and I was pouring shots in everyone's mouth. And then I went home.
Good for you. So you had a time. You're 20. You're 20s. You can do that.
Exactly. And I
It's
didn't have
okay
a
to not
boyfriend or
remember
anything
things.
at the time. So, like, I was just vibing. And then now my current boyfriend could care less if I did get on a bar and poured shots in people's mouth because
That's
he,
good because you're allowed to do that and you're allowed to have fun.
yeah. And listen, he followed me before we started dating. Like, he
He knows
knows
what it
who
comes
I
with.
am. Yeah.
So what's that like having a Twitter relationship? Twitter's a dating
Honestly,
app.
it is a dating app. It's a dating app. It's been great. Like he is, I mean, he's a Caps Red Sox fan, so we couldn't be any
Oh,
more opposite.
I
Yeah.
knew he was
And
a
the
Caps
Celtics.
fan. That's rough.
And Celtics too. So
So
really
where's
rough.
he from?
So he's from Maryland. So
How'd
his
that
grandpa
happen?
has a connection to Boston. I don't ask, long story. Um, but it's been great. Like he doesn't really get involved in my Twitter stuff. Like we'll talk here and there, but like that's really it. And our relationship is what it is, and people know we're together, but it's very much like a me and him thing, and it's been great since day one. And he slid into my DMs after Barclay Goodrow got into a fight and was like, I would fight anyone that was mean to you the way Barclay Goodrow just did. And I was like, yep, that's it. Lock it in. Like,
I talked to a girl for like 2 years that slid into my DMs. I got hurt. Getting hurt fucked that whole thing up. But it
yeah.
is what it is. But she had seen me at the garden, and she told me we had beef because she had like this is the craziest thing. Found me. We had beef because someone told her a lie about Harry Styles like coming back or whatever, and we stayed connected for like 2 years, and it's still on and off, and who knows where that'll go. And
Right.
it's one of those things. But like Twitter, man, Twitter brought me a 2 year connection to somebody, or
Yeah.
these friends that I've had since 2013. It's like
Yeah.
people
It's
don't give it
it's
credit for that. It's
insane.
more than memes and shit posting.
I've watched some of my friends go into college and graduate college. Like one of my friends just graduated college, and I was texting him the other day and I was like, I'm so proud of you. Like I watched you become a freshman and ask me for advice on college, and now you're graduated and you are becoming a real adult. Like this is crazy that Twitter made this friendship.
Yeah, when I was running a Yankee, we did a Yankee podcast, the Pinstripe Empire, and we ran a Twitter account with and a blog and stuff, and people were asking for college recommendations and stuff from me over Twitter, and I was like, man, I didn't even really get through community college too good. You want a recommendation from me? Yeah, and it's like Twitter can bring you so many opportunities. It's not the same anymore.
No.
It's so much harder to build yourself up.
Yeah.
You need a
Because
check mark.
anyone can. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not how it used to be. I feel I say it all the time. I feel very blessed for what I've built and that people actually enjoy my shit posting. Like I don't know. It's
It's because
just
your
cool.
personality is there. It's because it's clearly you, and the ebbs and
Yeah.
flows. The good and the bad. It's all on there, which is a good thing. Like I know I've been very hard on myself, especially when I was in high school, like posting things and people like their opinions and stuff. But you don't let that bother you, which is a good thing.
No, who cares? Like at the end, this is what I look at it as. It's social media. Like who gives a fuck? Like honestly, like I would be posting the same thing if I didn't have this following. I would be posting the same shit. Like that's just what it came down to at the end of the day. Like I really, really used to care about what people thought, and I'm sure you could tell the difference
Mhm.
between now and then. But like I just truly do not care anymore. Like my Twitter, you don't like it, unfollow me or I'll block you. Like I used to be so scared to block people because I'm like, oh, they're owning me, whatever. Like no, it's protecting my peace as a person. Simple as that. Like that's
Oh,
I think that's the one piece of
I'm too
advice.
thick-headed. I don't block. I get blocked. That's fine with me, but I will
That's
not
fine.
block somebody. Too thick-headed. I
That's
gotta
fine.
win.
I see that's how I used to be and now I couldn't care enough
On
anymore.
my
Like
old
I
Twitter, I used to parade my blocks around. If I got blocked, I had a thread of it.
of course you
I
did.
loved it. Oh my god, it
You
was
were one of
my
those people.
favorite thing in the world. I loved it. I loved it. I got in trouble. The reason why that Twitter doesn't exist is because I won't say their name and I won't even say their team. But I told a backup goalie's wife, unfortunately, I was in high school. I was a child. That I
Okay.
hope that he tore his ACL because he owned the Rangers, and that got a lot of traction. I didn't realize it was going to get traction and people were going to. She responded to me.
I got into a fight with not a fight, but I made fun of Louis Domingue. I
Oh,
fully made fun of Louis Domingue and he responded to me. He saw it and we went back and forth.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I was blocked by Ben Roethlisberger. I'm a Steelers fan. I got blocked by Big Ben.
We
Um,
just have I feel like there are some athletes online that are like pretty
uh,
cool. Like who was just tweeting the other day? He's on oh my god. Oh my god. It was just his birthday too. He's on the Rangers.
Kamadahan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the other day.
he's tweeting people all the time, which is like
I love
really
it.
weird that they mentioned his birthday. That he hates the Rangers. Really weird.
Yeah. And then my friend edited it, crossed out his face or like put like healthy scratch and he responded to it laughing. I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, it's
It's
just like
cool.
read the room, dude. It's like I
Yeah.
went to a concert with a girl who I dated for 3 years, 2 days after we broke up. Yeah,
What concert?
Queen.
Mm, I almost had this issue with my ex-fiance because we had tickets to go see Aerosmith. And he told me, he was like, you, if you bring your mom or your dad, like you can have the tickets. And I was like, okay, I'll bring my mom and my dad. I was truly gonna bring my mom or my dad. Like I don't know anyone else that would want to go see Aerosmith with me. So I was gonna bring them and then the concert got canceled. So it
That's
is what
kismet.
it is what it
Wasn't meant to
is.
be. You weren't supposed to go see Aerosmith.
I already saw them. I saw them at
Oh,
Fenway for their 50th anniversary.
so
Really
you're fine.
sick. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that was awkward. It was a bad breakup. It was bad in the sense like I don't know what I said to her. I blacked out at a wedding. That was
And
true.
you just broke up with her at the wedding?
Um, that probably would have been better than in the car with my grandmother, my father, and my brother who know what I said, and then I threw up on everybody in the car.
Do you regret it?
Um, regret the breakup? No, because I needed to grow. Regret how I
Okay.
did it? Absolutely. Oh, that was terrible. She didn't deserve that.
No, it was more the breakup. Did you regret the breakup
No,
after?
no,
But
no.
you
It's something I needed to do, and I was probably
very fair.
staying in that longer than I needed to for not for myself.
I know all too well.
Mm-hmm.
All too well. All too
I'm the
well.
type that, and then oh my god, the craziest thing after that, I was in school and I was working through my classes and trying to change things
Hmm.
around, and I go to see this like counselor to get me through my schedule. Never seen
Yeah.
this woman. I don't know her name. She's an older woman, and she's looking at me going through my schedule. She stops and she asks me to look up and looks into my eyes and grabs my hands, and weird.
Yep.
And she goes, Are you okay? I was like, mm-hmm. I haven't given this woman anything. We're making a schedule here. And I was
She
like,
can tell.
yeah, I'm fine. Why? She goes, you're the type of person that takes in people with broken wings. She goes, but you need to tend to your own sometimes.
Yep.
And she's right. And I'm learning that now, finally, because the next person I was with,
No.
we didn't even date. I can't even consider it dating.
Hmm.
Really, she wasn't ready to love somebody. And that's
Yeah.
fine. But I'm just like that. And I stick to it till it hurts me.
I
Yeah.
stick to it until I get an attitude. Not get an attitude. I know my limits. Like I know when I get to a point and I don't love that person anymore or I don't see them that way anymore and I've learned it now for sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, I don't. If I loved you once, I think I love you forever deep down inside. I'm just how I am. But oh man,
Fair.
if you're the person that I'm talking to or that am with at the moment,
Yeah.
lucky you, because it's all I think about.
Yeah, I think that goes for everyone. Like, I mean, like I still have love, not for all my exes, but a couple of them. Like, I love them as friends. Like, if they ever came to me, especially the ones I was with for like a longer amount of time, minus one of them not being my ex-fiance. I'm not trying to shade him whatsoever. Um, I would let them come to me because like we were both big parts of each other's lives, whoever it would be, whatever timeline it was, however old I was. Like, I know that person very well. And if
Exactly,
they
it's
had no one
seasons of
else to
life,
go
and that's important.
yeah,
Like, I
it
don't
is.
know, knowing that that person exists. I could be friends with. The craziest thing is I can date someone for 5 years. It could be you can hate me, and it could be bad for me. Give me a minute, and we'll be friends. Like that, I could do that for most people. Most
I
people.
don't know. I think if you treat me like shit, no. But if we ended and they hated me in the end, I could
I
still
think I'm very
friend.
good at telling if someone really meant it. I don't know why. I am very good at telling, like, all right, you hurt me. There's certain people that hey, I'll never talk to you again, and that's just part of life. But then there's other people where, like, it'll come back around. And we could be friends, and we'll hang out again, and we'll figure it out. And I'm just very good at keeping friends. I don't know. Not necessarily keeping friends, keeping
Relationships.
relationships alive or for avenues of communication out there with
Oh,
people. Oh, I'll take people that I haven't seen in like 6 years randomly for their birthday. I'll be like, hey, how you been?
good
How?
for you.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, how's it been? Their dog will die. I'd be like, so sorry. I'd be like, oh my
Good
god,
for you.
Coop, you just texted me. I'd be like, yeah, what's up? How you been?
Good for you. I
Yeah,
mean, I try and not burn my bridges, but there's definitely people out there that I had to burn my bridges. Like I
yeah,
had
there's
to.
healthy things to do, which are part of it too, and ending things. But I don't. Maybe it's the Italian in me, but I believe in like knowing a guy.
That's the Italian in you. I'm not
Yeah.
Italian, so that's the Italian
See,
in
but you
you
look
for
like you
sure.
are. You
I'm
don't.
Iranian and Irish, so
There's the
I'm not.
Iranian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
because you look.
I
I'm
get it all the
Sicilian,
time.
so it's the same thing. I have. Think I have
I
some
get it
Lebanese
all the
blood,
time.
maybe, but I'm Sicilian. I got the tint.
Yeah, you do have the tint. I'm jealous,
Hmm.
honestly.
Oh, I love it. I love
I'm
it.
not. I'm not as tan as the camera's making me look right now.
My
I'm pretty good.
Sicilian skin is my gift. I'm good on my skin, my eyes, and my hair. Are like the three
There you go.
things where I don't really have a problem when I look in the
Good.
mirror. I had a girl tell me that my eyes. I dated that girl for 3 years, and she didn't like my eyes.
What color are your eyes?
My eyes are hazel. They're green.
They're green.
How do you tell someone that you dated with them 3 years? Hey, get out of here. It wasn't even like a fight. It was just like a random thing. By the way, the white of your eyes are too big. What does that mean?
People are crazy. I just like I can't even like some of the people just some people I know that just the audacity that they have, I just can't believe it. I
Yeah.
can't believe it
She also
sometimes.
hated I was Italian. I think she didn't hate that I was Italian. She hated that I was proud I was Italian.
That's stupid.
Because there's something about being Italian where there's a pride that no one can understand. It's just, especially Sicilians. I'm Sicilian. I'm not even Italian. I'm
I
Sicilian.
feel
It's a
like the
difference.
Irish also have that.
Yes, that's why we bicker.
Yeah.
That's why we don't
Mm,
get along. And
mm,
we marry each other's women, and that's also a problem.
yeah.
Same reason
Yeah.
why the Sicilians don't get along with the Napolitan, because we marry each other's women.
Oh my God, I can't.
I'm reading a book right now. I'm becoming a Sicilian extremist.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a new chapter of my life. I'll never fly into Rome again. I'll fly into
Really?
yeah. What they did to my people? No, the old wars, like you don't even understand. The Sicilians were like rounded up.
You're such a history buff. I
Um,
can't.
I
I know
became
nothing about
I became
history.
such a nut the last like year because I
No
couldn't
thanks.
do anything, and I'm done with TV. I'm done with sports. Like it's just
Yeah.
time sucks right now.
You needed
I'm
something new.
isolated. So
Mm.
Trump got shot. I started buying the newspaper every day. We read the paper every day until the end of the year. The news is fun. Oh, now I stopped sports betting. Instead I go to the stock market and I started betting there, and that's even better.
Oh my
I'm like
God.
I
I
became
don't
a
understand
65-year-old
betting.
man.
I don't understand betting.
Betting
I don't.
is hit or miss. I can't bet on the NFL until like week 6. I need to like really have an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
Hockey, no. I'm a
No.
horrible hockey bettor.
Okay. Yeah.
Horrible. I just I like my team too much.
My boyfriend bets. He wants me to get into it. I
You
have
should.
no
Just
interest.
do it.
I no
Do
no.
it.
This is logic here. This if you're gonna quote me on anything, quote me on this. I like my money where I can spend it because I have a shopping addiction. Like I don't want to blow my money
Yes,
away
but
until
could
you
you
make more. Blah blah blah. Hey, I've
yeah,
heard it all.
think about it. You're just one bet away from the whale. You're just one
I've
bet
heard it all.
away. You're
I've
getting
heard it
one bet
all.
closer every single day.
Like I go to Vegas every August for work, and
Oh yeah, casually.
everyone wants to gamble. Well, it's not as fun as you think it is.
You have a
Um,
fun job. You do have a fun job.
Thanks. It's a lot of work.
I'm
A
sure,
lot of
but
work.
hard work pays off.
It's fun, but everyone gambles in Vegas when we go, and I'm the one I don't spend a cent on gambling. Absolutely not. I'll spend my money on liquor. I'll spend my money on clothes. I'll spend my money on anything else. Nope. Throwing away for nothing. Absolutely not. Not happening.
Yeah, no, I
Mm-mm.
don't. So my take is a chance. Like I
Oh my.
prefer to go to like I prefer a casino in New York. Unfortunately, we don't have like real dealers and stuff. So that's me and my
Yeah, we
friend.
only have. What do we have?
We
We
have
have
like a computer. Like we have the Aqueduct. We have Jake's 58.
in
Um,
Yonkers. We don't
yeah,
have
Empire.
Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
but
been to Empire. I've been to Aqueduct. I've been to Jake's. Me and my friend before COVID would leave the garden, get home at around like 11:30 midnight, depending on what the event was, and go right to Jake's 58. We were like 19, 20 years old. And
no
we go
thanks.
right to Jake's 58 after work, and we put it on red. It was so
The
much
last time
fun. We went on Christmas Day.
I think I did bet a bet last year. I was in AC though, and I was with someone who knew what they were doing. So I gave my 20 and I was like, "Here." And I think what happened? Like he got it back. Basically, he made my money back and then he lost it all. And I was like, "I'm done." I was like, I don't care for it anymore." I was like, "I don't care for betting."
Betting is fun, and then you'll hit that big one. I usually can bet with the NFL season by putting $100 in, and then I lose it all by the Super Bowl. But that's fine.
Listen,
I keep winning and losing.
my dad won big for the Super Bowl last year, like big. Like I'm
Good for
talking
him.
thousands. Yeah,
Good for him.
thousands. He had to put in a lot to obviously win a lot.
Well,
But
you spend money, make
when
money.
he called me, I was like, "What?" It's like you didn't make that much money. And he was like, "I did." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And I was like, "Can I have some?" And he said no. And I was like, "Okay, great. So I don't really care that you won all that money then."
Yeah, I remember when I hit the age where Dad stopped giving me part of his winnings.
Oh,
It's a
it's the
rough
worst.
age.
The
You're
worst.
like responsible for your own betting and winnings.
That's why I don't bet. Why
Oh
I don't
man,
bet.
I see. I'm at the point where like I can't bet and also eat. So
Okay,
yeah,
fair. Fair.
yeah. The government's really just not. They're not shelling out the most funds for me right now. But it's a matter of time.
Fair. Fair.
It'll all end eventually, which is good. I'm not. I got a
Yes.
positive mindset about things. It's like
Yes.
good days and bad, and you gotta take them wherever they come.
And I'm gonna send my good vibes your way.
Well, I
So,
really appreciate that. And
of
but
course.
your job. So you say your job takes you to Vegas every year, but your job takes you to many places.
Yeah, so I think so I've been with my company for a year and 2 months now. I'm in Boston currently for work at one of my favorite hotels. They actually filmed Challengers here. The movie with Zendaya, part of it here.
Okay.
Um,
I know the scene if I could guess.
No, no, no. It's they're like down. I can't. It's so hard to explain. It's so the opening scene when they're in the hotel, the nice hotel, when they have a kid, that was filmed here.
Okay.
And then they filmed something downstairs in the restaurant where he walks downstairs and he thinks he sees her with
Which
his ex.
hotel? Which hotel? This won't come out till Monday. You'll be gone, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll
Okay.
be at it's the Newberry Boston. So it's on Newberry Street. Really nice, really centrally located. It's very expensive, but if you're looking to splurge and you're in Boston, come here, hit me up, I'll help you out. Yeah, great hotel, but I've been a lot the past year. I was here last year. Then I went to Miami. I'm going to Miami again on Sunday.
For
I
F1.
went No, I was invited to that though. I couldn't
Okay.
go.
Because I thought I saw
Um,
something on Twitter about you going.
you did.
Okay.
I said that I was invited, but I couldn't go. Um, and then I went to Portugal this year. I just got home from Italy.
How was Italy?
Oh, it was so nice. You're gonna hate that I say this, but Portugal still topped Italy for me.
That's because where'd you go in Italy?
I went to Lake Como and Trevino, which is in the Alps.
You need to go
So
south. You need to go south.
I get put where I'm placed. I don't choose
That's
where I go.
fair. You
I
gotta
don't.
you gotta make your way to the south. Sicily is
I will at some
out of
point.
this world.
We have hotels in Sicily, so
So
I
yeah.
plan to make my way there. But um, Portugal wasn't even about the hotels; it was like the experience I got to do. Like I went horseback riding on the beach, and I
Okay.
got to do like a sunset sail and like really cool things. And I became really close with my partner there that works there, and he's like my brother at this point. But yeah, my job's cool, but it's not. The amount of stress I go through behind the scenes, like you can ask any of my friends, 99.9%, I am stressed, anxious, or crying.
But it's worth the payoff. It's worth the payoff. My brother has a job where he gets a little stressed. He does PR, and
Yep.
um,
Mm-hmm.
I think I could say he works for the marathon. Not anymore, but he did the New York City Marathon, and
Yep.
that was one of those things where like, all right, the last month and a half is like,
Yeah.
whoa, it's really really stressful. But then you get to the moment where it's like, look what I
It
did.
all comes
Look what
together.
I
Yeah.
built. And like
Mm-hmm.
even I had those moments. I loved my job with security, and being in like an empty garden. You look around. You're like, this is like sick. Like this is
I did the
like
tour there where you get to see it empty. I know. I
uh-huh.
know the
And if you
feeling
feel it, you feel what the
for that.
building is like. Um, but when you were in Italy, the Pope died. No,
Yeah,
they take that seriously.
my first full day in Italy, the Pope died. Yeah.
They
And that was my first time in Italy, and then the Pope died.
was it? Did things close? Did they were ringing bells and stuff?
So I wasn't near Rome, which
Okay,
is where
yeah.
where that all goes on. Obviously, people were mourning and stuff, but things weren't closed. I was
They
up
used to
near
do things really seriously like that.
Yeah. I was up near the Alps,
Hmm.
so I was like near the Matterhorn, like basically Switzerland. Like
Yeah,
that's where I was. So it was on the news and like people were talking about it, but nothing really closed down. And then in Lake Como, same thing, like nothing crazy. Same thing in Milan. Like people went as
did you
they
like
did, but
Milan?
I was only there for the airport.
Okay.
So yeah.
We did
Sure.
the expo when I went. The expo was there, and
Yeah.
the David. I saw the David. We did that.
Oh,
I've
so
been
cool.
I've been to Italy 3 times. I've been to Sicily once, and I've done the boot twice. But I've never gone to the
Wow,
same city twice.
that's so cool. You gotta go to
Um,
Lake Como.
I
It's
did.
insane.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we did it. We did it. 2013, I think. I went 2013 and 2015. I think 2011. I think I went like in 6 years. I'm
oh,
like the Blackhawks. Three
so
and six.
wow. I
And oh, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to go
it
back. I
is.
can't wait to get back.
It is.
I read
I'll
about
go
it.
back to Italy. My next overseas trip is France, so that'll be cool.
Have fun, dude. I heard France
Thanks.
is like I went once. You do Paris once. I heard it's a one time kind of thing. You
That's the thing. Like I'm not even going to France. I'm going somewhere. I mean, I'm going to France. I'm not going to Paris. So I'm gonna try and go to Paris beforehand just to like kind of do it and then get it done. And then I have a whole week that I have to be there for work. That's not. I won't have time to do anything else besides work.
when
So.
I went to France, we were with my mom's a travel agent. Um,
Oh, is she?
yeah.
That's who I work with predominantly.
So we'll exchange some information. She's been doing
Wait.
this for like 10. Two different companies, but she's doing it for like 10 years, like on the side.
What? Can you tell me what company she works for?
I have no idea, but I can get that
Oh,
information for you.
yeah, I want to know. I'm so
Um,
curious because I work with them. Like, I deal with travel agents all day, every day.
and the company that she used to be with, small Brooklyn-based family kind
Yep.
of company. She used to book church trips every couple of years, so we used to go on
Oh,
pilgrimages with the Catholic, like a Catholic church.
so
I
cute.
blacked out drunk for the first time at like
It's good for you.
15, 16 years old on one of these trips. Yeah,
Good for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Listen, they took me wine tasting, and then they
How
gave me,
can
and
you
someone
not?
gave me a beer on top of it. I mean, it was bad.
Mm-mm,
Um,
mm-mm.
but we got really lucky. We went to a lot of places, but the church. Did you get to go to any churches?
I went to one in Aosta is the name of it. It's like near the Alps. It was
Gorgeous
gorgeous. Stunning.
palaces. Oh
Stunning.
man. Oh, the
Like the
churches in
hand
Italy.
painted work. I like I was blown away. It was the most beautiful church I've ever seen. And
Brooklyn
like,
has a lot of churches like that too. The
yeah,
the church that I grew up in, Regina Pacis, is hand painted ceiling. It's like
it's
gorgeous
insane.
church.
Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest Catholic. I went to Catholic school for K through 7, but then I gave up after that. So
Say, I tell people that I took a gap pope because I randomly started going to church again the week before Francis died. Something just called to me. I was like, hey, I'm gonna start getting like more serious about this because I grew up in the Catholic Church. I grew up an altar boy, and
yeah, I was an altar girl. Yeah.
so which was fun. Oh my god, I loved it. I'm sure. Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I only did it because at the end of the year I would get a day off of school where I could go to Playland with all my friends that were also altar servers. So I was like, yeah, let's do this.
Of
Like this
course,
makes
fair
sense.
enough. It's a good trade off. I just wanted to not. I was bored in church just sitting there, so I wanted to
Just
do
sit,
something.
yeah.
And I loved it. I really did enjoy being an altar server. I probably didn't show it when I was a kid, but even now sitting in church, I'm like, oh, I wish I was up there.
Yeah.
Um, so like I just randomly, when Francis became the Pope, I was in Catholic school and I fell out of it when I was in Catholic boys school.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I'm back into it. So I took a gap Pope. It's never too late. Who knows? But the stories are good. I don't agree with the church itself as a like governing body.
I just think there's a lot of shady shit that goes
Yeah,
on.
but like the stories are cool. The stories are great. That's kind of like how I've been taking
And
it.
honestly, the last pope, the one that just died, Pope Francis,
Francis,
like he was one of the best popes that people say we've ever had. Like when I was in Italy, that's what people were saying about him. Like they
yeah,
all loved him.
I didn't
They
like
all
how
really,
casual he was.
but that's what they liked about him. Like it wasn't, he didn't try and pretend and be like he was this like holy like even though he is like he didn't act that way and I think that's why people liked him
Like
because they
I
could
don't
resonate.
really say, Olivia. I don't care who you go to sleep with at the end of the night. You live your own life. The
Yeah.
church, the church is the church. Whatever they decide to do, they decide to do.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't think it should be like a point of division. And there's going to be traditionalists that don't want to, but there's going to be liberals that do. So if we split the church that way, that's the better way to do it instead of forcing people to believe your way. But his big problem that I had is he was promoting people to just believe in other religions. But like, imagine you worked at McDonald's and you told people that Burger King was just as good. You
I
can't do
get what
that.
you're saying. I get what you're saying, but like the Pope is supposed to be someone who's peaceful.
Well,
So when
peace is
you're
good. Leo's
peaceful,
going to be peaceful, but he's an American.
but when you're peaceful, like you have to allow people to have other ideas, which is something people in our generation
Oh,
can't do.
yeah, 100%. Our generation is really bad. And that's, again, another big point that I'm trying to push with this is that, like, people can have different opinions. We definitely do not agree on many,
Yep.
many things. But,
Nope.
like I said, okay, I know who I voted for. I voted for Donald Trump, but I voted yes on Prop 1 because those things are important to me. Like, I
Right.
think women should be able to decide what they want to do. Do I think
Also, this is just where I get pissed off. Not at you, just in general. Like, what politician truly thinks a woman is going to carry a baby for that long and then get an abortion? Please
no?
show me.
But a lot of the studies that they did, and this study didn't come out, and I can't even give you names because it didn't come out because they won't put it out. But they spent a lot of money to find out. Tucker Carlson talked about it, and so did Megyn Kelly.
I
Um,
hate,
yeah, and that's fine. Tucker Carlson's a little bit out there, and you have to.
hate
My
him.
rule is I read liberal because I'll read the New York Times because
There.
the New York Post is written for children, and I watch conservatives because conservatives have a better time. They're more
Oh
entertaining.
my God.
Liberals whine, and I can't
You're
listen to it.
crazy. You're crazy.
Can't listen to it. Liberals whine. Um, so that's just how I am. But I take in both, so I do have a well-formed opinion on things,
and
at
and that's
least.
fine and like and I feel like for me like my family is more conservative than I am, especially my grandparents. Like they're
Yeah.
conservative
But
and we talk.
conservatism is a little bit of a
Yeah, but they would let me do whatever I needed to do with my like that would never
yeah,
be an issue.
exactly. And it's a difference when you have people that you love too and you learn things.
Yes, yes. When you have, I feel like when you have a sister or you have a daughter or you have someone close to you that is a girl, like you think differently. Like I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of these men that are pushing that agenda are sorry to anyone that's listening and pushing that agenda, but you're a virgin. Like so
Yeah,
sorry.
probably.
Like you don't know what
You don't
it's
get
like to
it.
feel
You've never had a heartfelt relationship. You've never sat down and like, you've never had a woman, even if you don't love your mother and your sister, you've never
yeah,
had a woman in your life that you love if you can't have an honest
exactly.
conversation about it. My opinion
Exactly.
is state rights. I believe in that. If
Yep.
Alabama really says no, Alabama says no. We have 50 other great states. 40 of them are going to say yes.
Yeah. I just think it's crazy. But like
When you
but
force
the
people
thing
to
is,
do things, it's worse.
every politician is crazy. That's something that
Mm-hmm.
everyone needs to realize. Every politician is full of bullshit. They do not care about us. They care about themselves. They
No.
care about the rich. It goes liberal
Yo,
and
yeah, like
Republican.
I love people who are like, oh, AOC and Bernie Sanders, man. If they're
They all do the same
socialists,
shit. They
your
all do the same
your
shit.
socialist leaders are taking first class flights to their Coachella set. They're not really
Right.
socialists, which Donald Trump just passed an executive order where he's going to lower the prices, or like to lower the, he would like to lower the prices rather, pharmaceuticals to the lowest in the world. So
That's
if the only medications I can think of right now, the ones I'm on, famotidine, is
hmm
if it's $7 for 30 pills in Canada, and it's $30 here. Well, now it's $7 because Canada's the lowest, and they're
I
gonna
think
go through all of the drugs like that.
the biggest prescription that I honestly, it doesn't impact me at all, but I know people that, take this on the daily that it should be brought down is insulin. That should be the
Mm-hmm.
first one that is
He
taken
did
care
though.
of.
He brought down insulin in his first term. He's gonna bring it down again because he's gonna set this law up.
Yeah.
But it's being brought to the floor as a bipartisan bill. A Democrat is bringing it to the floor, which is a good thing. Bipartisan politics are great.
hmm
That's going to be a fun one. When you want to
Yeah.
know who you should and shouldn't vote for, you look at that. You
And
decide
you look
who
at
voted
yeah,
on bringing the prices down and who voted not. Because I can tell you
yeah.
the names in the no are going to be Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, and the guys that you really, really, truly think that are on your side. They're not. They take money.
Yeah. None of them care. None of them,
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, none of them
The
care. Like
loudest
that's
people
how
are
I
the
look at
ones that take money.
politics. Yeah. None of them give a shit. None of them give a shit. That's just what I look that's how I look at politics. None of them give a
Do
fuck.
you
Like none
realize
of them
how
do.
scary it is that, like, the president of the United States went into the Middle East with a secret plan that he didn't talk to anyone about, and now he's preaching world peace because he knew he couldn't say it here.
Yeah. I also just think like I don't know. I think everyone does shady shit. I think it's all behind closed doors. We only see as
It's
much as they allow
dangerous.
us to see. It is dangerous. It is, but it's like that everywhere, and it's not just here. And I
No.
think there's a lot of scare tactics going on in the U.S.
Uh,
with everything
but
going on.
why
And
do we have centuries old wars popping off that we fund? We fund both ends of them, but we have like countries like India and Pakistan all of a sudden. You guys were good for like 45 years, 80 years. What
there's
happened now that you're going
so
off
on
again?
behind the scenes that we don't know and we won't
We
know.
fund them. We fund all of these wars. Pakistan got money from us. I said this last week through the Roosevelt Hotel. They own it, and we were putting migrants there and paying thousands of dollars per person. So we were giving money to the Pakistani government to fund a war, which we did the same thing with Russia. We did the same thing with Ukraine. But all ends of government are bad. All
It's so
ends of it are bad. It's why we have to be informed. Our generation cannot fall behind
it's so
because we
scary.
are. Like it's very scary how uninformed we are.
I listen. I'm very uninformed when it comes to I don't read shit. I just knew who I wanted to vote
Yeah,
for based off of the policies
which
that
is
they were pushing.
fine. And you know what?
Yeah.
Good for you. You voted for your heart. You voted for who you care for. I don't hate
And
you
admit
because of it.
here and admit that I don't know it all. That's the problem.
Exactly. And
Everyone acts like they know it all. You don't fucking know it all. We're
no,
26 years old. We can only know so much.
when
Like
it came to voting in 2016 for the first time, I kind of had an idea I was going to vote for Donald Trump in 2015. I kind of liked him as a New Yorker, and growing up in Brooklyn, I liked him ahead of time, and I was already kind of into the idea. But I read his book and I read Bernie's book because those are the two people I probably would have voted for, him or Bernie
yep.
Sanders.
Yep.
And as time went on, obviously my opinion formed. It was a bad opinion at that time, and I could live with it. that I was very, very into it because I was a dumb kid, and
I
now
won't
I'm
judge.
more nuanced.
I don't have judgment. I
Um,
don't pass judgment on
but people
politics.
don't do that. People don't want to read things, and people don't want. They want to believe someone from Twitter who has a very warped opinion.
Yeah. And I don't know. That year I didn't vote. I was out of state for school. I didn't care to do the whole process. I didn't like either one of them, so I was like, I don't want to
No,
vote for either one of them.
evil.
And
I
then
read Clinton Cash. Oh my god, I read so many books that just get me angry. Bad.
and then obviously I voted in the election after that in 2020. That was rough because I was dating a Trump supporter at the time, and tension was very, very high. Like I was dating someone whose mom didn't believe in abortion, and he didn't believe in abortion, and it was really
Yeah,
rough for me. And I said to him straight up, I was like, if I get pregnant, I'm not having a kid. So just
good for you.
keep that in mind. Like, sorry, like I just keep it in mind.
The only
Um,
thing on the whole abortion thing that I don't agree with is two things.
mhm.
Men need more rights. Men need more rights when they get a vasectomy. They should be able to just get it.
Yeah.
The game should be
Yeah.
the same. The
Yep.
playing field should be the same, but it's not like that, unfortunately. And if I don't know if a man is involved and it is his kid, and he should know that this is what's going on too. I think.
100% he should know, and there should be a discussion. But if it comes down to like a woman's like, I don't want to do this,
Of course.
and he
End of the
says
day, that's
no,
it.
you're not carrying a baby for 8, 9
Mm-hmm.
months. She is. Her body's going through that. She's gonna have to give birth to. It's not you. It's not
100%,
you.
100%. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I
Yeah.
just also don't believe with people that
I don't
show
like
up
people
with a
that go behind
loyalty
each
card.
other's backs. I don't like people who goes behind each other's backs. Whether that be you keep a kid when you decided to not keep a kid, whether that be you get rid of a
Mm-hmm.
kid when you decide to get rid of it, doesn't matter. Every partner involved should be informed, and it should only be those two people. Don't get
Exactly.
your family involved. It should be between the two of you. You're in a relationship, point blank, period. Like that. That's it
100%.
for me.
And so going back to what I was saying before about Tucker and Megyn Kelly and this report that had never
Yeah.
came out, it was to prove that women were being forced to not get abortions, to keep babies against
Yeah.
their will. And they were proving that men were forcing women to get abortions against their wills. Like wealthy conservative men were proven to give, and it was bad. And the report could just never come out because the people that were putting it out, they were trying to prove that men were not letting people get abortions. But the fact was that men, which is a different problem, which we need
Because they get their side hoes pregnant,
Mhm.
and then they want them to get an abortion, but
Uh-huh.
then look at fully on the out.
Exactly.
Yeah, we all
But
know.
also,
We
the
all-
biggest problem with it is people blame Donald Trump because he set up the Supreme Court, which, hey, whatever. However you want to believe on that, that's fine. That's a different conversation for a different day. Why for 27 months did Joe Biden not ratify Roe v. Wade into the Constitution? He didn't certify it. He could have done that. He had the right to do that.
I truly don't. I like as long as there's a man in office, I don't think they give a fuck
As
about
long
me.
as
No.
it's something that you can run on. The same
Yeah.
reason why weed will never be federally legal. They will never ban guns. They will only chip away at these laws because
Yep.
they need something to run on. Andrew Cuomo is the biggest cuck in the
Oh.
world because that guy did not legalize weed because he was going to run on it, did not legalize gambling because he was going to run on it, did not pass the bill for the new Madison Square Garden because he was going to run on it, and then he got fired for being too Italian.
I'm going to tell you this. The worst thing that man did was rename the bridge. It is still Tappan Zee.
Oh,
It is still
you
Tappan
should not
Zee.
be allowed to name anything after someone you're related to.
Yes.
That should just be illegal. And
100%.
I am all for naming things after Italians. All for
Oh
I
my
won't
God.
I won't
But like,
Columbus
it's Tappan
Day.
Zee Bridge. It's the Tappan Zee Bridge. I'm sorry. Like, forever will be.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't like renaming things like Columbus Day. I'm okay if we call it Italian Heritage Day. That's the change I'll give it. The only change I'll give it. It's our day. Don't take our day away. I have strong opinions on that. I like naming things after Italians.
I'm neither here nor there, so I can't speak on that one. It doesn't involve me.
But
So
it should, because our people went through the same thing in this, some effect. We built the railroads in this country too. We helped build this. The Italian and the Irish got really disrespected when they got here.
yeah, I also just think of like my Iranian heritage and all of that. Like my grandpa came off the boat and the stuff he had to deal with, and like I don't know.
My grandparents were off the boat from Sicily, and
very different though.
Mhm.
I like not to deflect from your grandparents.
I'm
but
sure. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Not in
very
this
my
country, and
grandpa, like,
being
came
different is
over
not easy.
right before the takeover, like, he got out safely before
Good for
anything
him.
happened. Yeah, yeah, very, very grateful, or else I would probably be in Iran right now, and that would be scary.
Yeah, they're getting nukes apparently soon.
I wouldn't be It's All Good, Ruff.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't have a Twitter or an education or know how to spell your name.
Yep. I would have no rights,
None,
basically.
no. We
That's
wouldn't
not
even
true.
know what your
Let me
hair looked like. You'd have no ears for us.
Yeah, it's not true. It's not fully true. Women there do have some
No,
rights, but
the whole Middle East is opening up. Saudi Arabia, which it sounds crazy, but Saudi Arabia is letting women choose what they wear now, which
yeah.
is like a big deal. The world is changing, which is a good thing.
There are big things happening for women, and I think it's because there's a lot of pressure right now from women about all of our rights and everything that we're going through, which is crazy that we're having this conversation in 2025, but
But I think a
so be
lot
it.
of it a lot of the angst was people were just focused on the United States, thinking that we were the worst. And now when you look at the whole broad picture of like, all right, we're not the worst, we could be better, but the whole
Yeah,
world is fucked and we need to come together to fix
and
it.
figure it out.
And we need to talk to people. Men are stupid. Men are dumb and they can't be talked to. Simple, bottom line. But
hmm If my boyfriend watches this, I didn't say that, but yeah, men are stupid.
it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm an anomaly because I can talk about these things and have a really in-depth, I have an opinion on it, but like, I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Like,
Right.
I don't
Mhm.
care. Do what you want,
And
say
I
what
think
you will.
that's important for you, especially hosting this podcast. Like I really respect the fact that you are allowing me to speak my feelings without targeting me based on what I think, and like vice versa. Like I like that we can have this conversation because you can't have this conversation anymore with most
No, and the
people.
internet is bad for it, especially because I need a long time to get my opinion out because I can know when I start with the extremist part of it and I thin it out and it's like, oh, you make sense with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
figure that part of how I speak out,
Yeah.
but I will. It's just time will tell and then things will get there. But it's all a journey and it's all a process and part of it. You know that as a podcast host yourself. So, one more time, where can we find you?
Twitter mostly. That's the big one. It's All Good Row and Lit and Think Pod on there. And then you can find our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you would stream something. YouTube, we also have it on there. Instagram, everything possible. Every single social media app
And what's that been
possible.
like? Has it been fun?
It's been really fun. Yeah, we've had a great time. She's my best friend on the whole world. I have friends from kindergarten and I still feel very close to her. We just get each other very well.
It's great. The
So,
Twitter friends are real. Like it's I when the
Twitter
Rangers
is
were
a dating app. Twitter is a friendship app. Twitter
mm-hmm.
is an everything app.
X is an
Once you
everything
hear
app.
it. Fuck X. Sorry.
Oh,
Fuck X.
why? Because you hate Elon Musk?
I don't like Elon
That's
Musk.
fair. That's fine.
But to be fair, I pay for the blue check mark. So like
You hate
I
him
can
to an
only say
extent.
so
Well,
much.
see, people hate Elon Musk, but they haven't hated him for like 3 weeks because he doesn't agree with anything that Trump is doing right now. So he's not really in the news. So they're not
No,
blowing up Teslas.
I think I'll stand on being an Elon Musk hater.
That's
Like as
fine.
soon as he
Good for
bought
you.
Twitter, I hated him. I was like,
Stand on your opinions. 10 toes down.
he
You can hate
ruined
him.
Twitter. You got the biggest thing that he did that pissed me off, and it's clear he didn't care about this platform, was when he allowed people that you blocked to see your tweets
Yeah,
after you
no,
blocked.
that's my favorite thing. I love it because as someone that
No,
gets blocked, I need to see it a little bit. I want to know if you're talking about me.
I hate it, and we can discuss it offline. But I hate it for a specific reason. I can't say it on this podcast.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it. As someone that gets blocked and had a little bit of a troll account, yeah, it was fun to
Oh,
go back and see, like, you're talking about me. Good for you. Good for me. You got me. My favorite thing about Elon Musk, that people would blow up Teslas. First of all, if you own a Tesla, you were a liberal before 2017. More than likely.
wow, my parents own one, but based off of it's a work car. It was given to my
Fair
stepdad.
enough. But most people that own Teslas, not Republicans. EV is not a Republican thing.
My
Um,
ex's family would disagree. They all have
oh, I
Teslas.
love them. I can't wait to get one day. But, like,
They're not as great as you think they
no, I
are.
just want an EV. I don't want to pay for gas anymore.
Fair, fair, very fair.
But like I don't know, people are blowing them up and like, you know who gets money when you have to go fix your Tesla?
Who?
Elon Musk.
Of course.
And people are blowing them up. So like, of course he's gonna get money. But I drive a Ford. I drive a Mustang right now.
Mm-hmm.
If people knew anything about Henry Ford, they would start lining up Ford Fiestas everywhere. That guy's
I
a
know.
piece of shit.
That's the one thing, like, fine if you hate someone, totally good. To ruin someone's personal property that they spend money on, not good.
No, not
Sorry.
good. But however, I want to get rid of my car, so when I go to a parking lot, I only park next to Teslas, just on the off chance that someone lights it. How sick would that be? It might be a little bit far. I might have to walk a little bit more, but
Yeah.
the insurance
Yeah.
money will pay off pretty good.
True.
Oh, I didn't do nothing. I parked next to the wrong car.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
AK, this has been really fun. Thank you again for doing this. Again, it's at All Goudreau on X. And you can find her podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere else you can get your podcast. It literally and figuratively. Thank you again for doing this. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.